Hi everyone, it's Karen from Hawk Intuitive Journeys, and I have a reading this morning for the Twin Flame Collective. I'm pretty sure that it is a message from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. Now, I have been in meditation for about 40 minutes now and have been channeling some really strong, really important information for everyone, especially for light workers, for that collective. I think I'm probably going to do a different video with that message. It's all related, so if I post that, you might want to go over and watch that as well. But for this Twin Flame Collective, for the Divine Feminine specifically, there are some really super strong messages about you moving forward on your path and focusing on you and facing forward and not focusing on your Divine Masculine's path and what it looks like in the 3D. But the message that I was also getting is that that's not what they want. The Divine Feminines are stuck in a place in the 3D where the only thing that they're resonating right now is what their Divine Masculine is doing, and they are not drawn into a message that will truly resonate for them on their individual path unless it starts out with, this is a message from your Divine Masculine and what's going on in his life. It's like that validation is needed as reassurance that, okay, all right, now I can face forward again. Now, I know that he is at a certain place in his life, or he is awakened, or, this is going on with his karmic partner. And so that need to know knowledge helps them to step forward just a little bit into, all right, now I can focus on myself again for just a little bit. Ideally, that's what is happening for them. There is also a portion of the collective that is getting stuck in that message as well, in the message that they resonate with from that Divine Masculine. That's from my Divine Masculine. It felt really sure. It felt like, okay, so he's working through this thing with his karmic, but when is that going to happen? And let me go and find out exactly when that's going to happen, what the timing is for that, what that looks like for me, what I should be doing about that, if I should be sending him messages, should I send him a text message? And it's getting stuck in the 3D words of that resonant message. You took in that message, you resonated, you accepted it for yourself as your 5D truth, and you're trying to apply it in 3D terms, and it does not work that way. What they're doing with that resonance, the reason that they're drawing you into the resonance about what's going on in your Divine Masculine path, is to try to give you reassurance that this really, really tough thing that you have going on right now, this journey, is not easy to sit in your 3D body and interpret. It really isn't, and I get that. Being stuck in that mind frame is showing you something that needs to be cleared. It's showing you a lesson that needs to be healed. It's something that needs to be healed. And so the mind frame needs to switch just a little bit. But right now, that need needs to be fed just a little bit in order to draw you into your own healing. These messages from your Divine Masculine should not be addictive, where you resonate with the reading and it tells you that you're going to have communication, that communication is coming in soon for you. And then you take that in and you love it, you resonate with it, and then you go and watch another reading that has a title that says communication is coming. And you stick with that message and you turn it around in your head and you focus on that and you put 3D timing on it and you anticipate it and you think about when is that coming in, and it didn't come in tomorrow, and it didn't come in, yesterday, it didn't come in the day before that, and okay, well, I guess it's going to come in tomorrow. You anticipate tomorrow, it doesn't come tomorrow, and so then you're getting a lower vibration and you're coming down. It like knocks you off your not pedestal, but it knocks you down off of your hope, really, that this was true for you, that you were resonating with. And then you start to wonder about, well, was I really resonating with it, or was it just ego? Or you're applying 3D concepts to a 5D message that came in for you. Really, what the message is for you is that you do have communication coming in soon. They don't say specifically what that divine timing is. Divine timing is so much different than 3D timing. If you think about something happening in, let's say, 1 minute, that something has changed and something happened and it took 1 minute for that to happen. There are 60 seconds of time that have gone into that minute that you didn't look at. You just realized that it happened in the minute. What happened in each one of those seconds? Divine timing happens in each one of those seconds. So if we expect it in 1 minute, divine timing is saying we could have it happen in 1 second. We could have it happen in 2 minutes or 3 minutes. And the point is, anticipating it happening within that 1 minute negates all the things that are happening in the meantime. So everything happening behind the scenes is this huge melting pot, this huge mixing pot of energy and synergy and synchronicities and so many things playing out in order for that action to actually happen. If you get set on it has to happen within that 1 minute, otherwise I don't resonate with it, you're putting restrictions on how many steps need to happen and need to unfold within that 1 minute in those 60 seconds. That's not how divine timing works. And so the point of this channeling is that the universe, source, God, whatever your guidance, wherever it comes from, they want to give you what you want. You are manifesting the message that you need. So if you resonate with the message that you will have communication soon, accept that in. You resonated with it. You felt it very surely. Your intuition is telling you, my first instinct is, oh, that message is for me. I feel that too. You accept that in, and then you stop thinking about it anymore. Stop putting 3D restrictions on it. That if that is true, then this needs to happen in the 3D. If it's true that I have communication coming in, then it needs to happen within a week. Otherwise, I'm going to break it down and I'm not going to believe it anymore. You really don't even need to think about it anymore. You just take it in, absorb it into your energetic body, into your twin flame body, into your journey, and you face forward and you keep going along with all the other signs that are coming in for you too. Because that one message that you resonated with about communication coming in is not the only part of the story. Maybe they're saying, you have communication in after this happens, and after this happens, and after we bring this situation for you to heal, and after we bring this up for you, because you're going to run into this person at the gas station, and it's going to trigger some sort of healing that needs to happen. There's no way to know all the other messages that are left in there that coincide with all of that, all of those individual 60 seconds that go into that 1 minute of action, unless you sit and you pay attention to each one of those seconds, each one of those signs that go into you will be getting communication soon. So let's say you'll be getting communication soon. You sit back, you allow that to unfold however it's supposed to unfold, and the next sign that you see is something about this new job opportunity, that you get an email in about this new job opportunity that you had been thinking about in your head. You didn't say it out loud, you just were thinking it, and now you have manifested the possibility of another option for where your life might lead. So you decide to follow that. That's a sign for me. I'm just going to go with it, and I'm going to follow it, and I'm going to follow through with it. Let's say you interview for that job, and the interview and the job turns out to be not what you thought it was. It's not something that's going to work for you. But there was something in the conversation. There was some sort of connection in the conversation that let you know something's happening here. I don't know what it is, and it's okay for me to not know what it is. I don't always need to have every single sign defined as this is what it means right now. Because it will unfold when you decide, I don't need to know right now. All I need to know is that I know this is some sort of connection. So the person that you talk to on the phone maybe talks to somebody else that same day. And it's someone that she believes, because of the conversation that you had, is somebody that you have something in common with. And so she sends you an email and connects you to this other person on your path that leads to another message, another step that leads you to the actual job that you were maybe considering, or that would be an even better option for you. It's something you never considered before, but if you hadn't answered that first email, if you had stayed focused on your divine masculine and what he's doing and when this communication is coming in, and you check your phone all the time, and you are watching readings and you're taking up all of your time looking for readings that also say your communication is coming in for you soon, that's another 15-minute reading, half-hour reading, another hour reading, another hour of time where there was 60 minutes of messages out there that you could have been in the flow with and that you could have been following leads for. And within each one of those 60 minutes, there were 60 seconds in each one. So there are so many signs and so many places your guides are trying to take you right now, that focusing on one single thing that you resonate with and trying to define it and shape it yourself, is you're holding yourself back. You're holding divine timing back. You're not allowing divine timing to unfold the way that it should, because you want it to unfold in 3D timing. So working on that aspect, working on that clearing that kind of time need. There's this real theme of time in July and time standing still. It needs to stand still for you. You need to just step back and allow it. Stop looking at the clock. Stop looking at and focusing in on one specific thing. Just be in a void and just allow things to unfold the way that they're supposed to unfold. I know it's so hard. It is so much easier to say that out loud than to actually apply that to your life. But Spirit is really trying to help you. They're trying to help you through messages like this. And after this, I'm actually going to pull cards from a divine masculine. There is someone out there, or many people out there, that will resonate with this because it applies to them. They'll feel it. They'll feel that message from their divine masculine, and the situation is similar and has synchronicities in it. And it gives them reassurance that it's not all in my head. It's not all in my head. Just because there are not things happening in the 3D, just because I can't put a 3D definition on the way this feels, does not mean that it's not actually unfolding. Because look, this girl, this reader who does not know me from Adam, just spoke these words out loud that I resonate with because I just heard the same words yesterday, or I saw that sign yesterday. Spirit is all over the place. And so whatever this message is going to be important to you. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel validated in your journey. Take it and don't focus on it. Don't turn it around and around and around in your mind and think, what does this mean? And where does it go? And what do I do with that? Don't do anything with it. Take it in, absorb it, and let it unfold. Sit back, wait for the next sign to come in, because it will. And the more you do that, the more those signs are going to come in, the quicker they're going to come in. And you get into a state of flow and alignment. And eventually it's all laid out there in front of you, and you're reading the code. You're speaking the language of Spirit and manifesting at an enormous rate. So that's your path. That's your path. Some of you are at the beginning stages of that. Some of you are in the middle of that. Some of you are, a lot further along in your ascension. And every single one of those people could get a message from this reading. It's what you do with it that's going to determine how hard or how easy this is for you. So I'm here to really, I am here to facilitate whatever message you need, and then to help you interpret it and decide, where do I go with this? If you need help, getting a private reading is help in interpreting what the next step is for you. What do I do about this? This message really resonated with me. What does Spirit want me to know about this specifically? Because this is a general message. This is a collective message. Some of it may resonate, some of it may not. So doing a private reading or doing a healing session or whatever work it is that you need to do, just sitting in meditation and speaking with your guides and spirit is the best way to know where to go with that, with the message that you resonated with. So that was a really strong, really powerful message that Spirit wanted to get out there to anybody listening. It can be any journey that you're on right now, but especially to the Divine Feminine Collective on the Twin Flame journey. That was evident. There's a song on right now that is standing out to me now. I didn't hear it this entire time that I was channeling, but I hear it now. It's Tiny Dancer. Echo, turn it down. All right, I think something else is going to stand out with that one. Anyway, I'm going to get into just a short message from the Divine Masculine. All right, let's see what he has to say. Spirit, what is this message from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine in the Twin Flame Collective? What is the message from this Divine Masculine? Thank you. It's Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Coins. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. I'm not taking any reversals today either, unless they guide me too specifically. He's been working really hard to deliver you a message. To deliver you a message about all right. This is kind of like what I was just talking about with the Divine Feminine. This feels like his energy. This feels like yours. He's saying that he has been trying really hard to deliver you a message. He's been working really hard to give you a message about his progress and what his wishes are and what he wants to see fulfilled and what makes him happy and, what he's wishing for. But you're sitting so much in your Divine Feminine energy, so much in your emotions, so much in your, the Queen of Cups is very empathic, sitting in your, it's really just Divine Feminine energy right now. Emotions, that it's keeping you stuck. It's almost like you're kind of addicted to emotions, and emotions is the only thing that resonates with you and makes sense to you. And it's something big that needs to be cleared for you. It's definitely like an addictive way of thinking. It's an addictive way of trying to control time. It's like what I was just talking about. He's got this, the hourglass there. And he's holding on to it, and he's like, I'm going to decide how things play out. I'm going to decide how this journey unfolds. And it's like, you're a super powerful being, and you're trying to do that with your thoughts. You're trying to manifest, you're trying to co-create, but it goes a little bit beyond that into trying to control and manipulate and define the situation the way that you think it should look in the 3D. And what it's doing is causing this period of stagnation. It's causing this pause in time. It's causing this. It's a really stagnant time within this connection, within the twin flame connection. This is coming from the divine masculine, and he feels it. He feels the, like, time is being controlled. You can see there's another hourglass here that's sideways. It's the same one that he's holding on to. He's really trying, the divine feminine, it can be a he or a she, but I'm just talking, energy, the feminine energy, is trying to control this time so much that it's actually stopped time. It's stopped the progression. It's stopped the wheel. It has completely, we're like in a time vortex right now, because this addiction to making time move at the rate that she wants it to move has stalled. It has been stalled in order for the divine feminine to heal that part of herself, to heal that. It's again, this message in July of time standing still. The planets are aligning in order for her to be able to clear this. It's a massive addiction that it's a mind frame, it's a 3D template, it's a 3D mind frame that is being cleared right now, that needs to be cleared. But divine feminine, you have to step into that. You have to do the work to get to that point. You have to recognize it. You have to recognize that 3D time is not the same as divine timing and 5D time, and you have to surrender to that. You have to surrender. He is hanging from these ropes, but he's not bound to them. He can get out of that any time that he wants to. He can free himself from that if he would just surrender to it. It's more comfortable to think that manifesting means we have control. It's more comfortable that way. I'm just going to sit here in this period, and I'm going to hope for it, and I'm going to wish for it, and I'm going to watch readings, and I'm going to make sure that, I am, whatever it is that you're trying to do to control the divine masculine side of things and what his path looks like and the way it unfolds for him, it keeps you stuck in this space of, it's illusion. It's illusion. Spirit is giving you time right now to get that cleared. It's a really important, really insistent message. Like, I feel very, this is an insistent message coming from this divine masculine. He's working really hard. He is. No matter what it looks like in the 3D, he is trying to give you this message. He's working really hard towards happiness, towards what he wishes for also. You don't need the validation of that in the 3D to hear. You know the connection. If you're on the twin flame journey, you understand that connection. It is way bigger than 3D. It's way bigger than time. It's way bigger than that 1 minute or that 1 day or that 1 week. It's outside of that. The connection between the two of you, the way that it spans time, it's outside of time. It's way bigger than that. We have to broaden our minds and get into that space. Okay, what else does this divine masculine have to say to this divine feminine? Thank you for those messages. I know this is going to be a really hard message for some people. It's so hard to sit in your human body. And, we're human beings. And it's so hard to sit here and just be. It's a really hard thing. We want to be human doings. We want to see that action. We want to see the result. We need proof of that. We are sitting in the old templates of needing proof. This is a divine connection. There is no proof other than what you know in your soul. That's your proof. So the more healing you do, the more that you actively and intentionally work on your inner being in order to find that healing, find whatever it is that you need to do to release this block, this 3D programming, whatever it is you need to do. Go on a quest. This is a journey. Go on the journey to yourself and how to do that, how to clear that for yourself. Oh, thank you. Let me figure out how they want me to arrange these real quick. What is the message here? This is about the quest that I was just talking about. Go on this quest. He's going on this quest too. This divine masculine, I think, has just woken up. He has woken up to the possibilities out there. The possibilities that this is way more than, this 3D reality has got going on. This is something enormous. People talk about, I've heard a couple of readers talking about seeing actual starships in the sky and seeing visions of those. It's almost like he got a glimpse of a UFO. There was some sort of higher being out there that he saw. It woke him up. It came in his dreams maybe, and he has realized that there's a huge world out there that he is going to explore. He's going on this journey, and he's doing it blindfolded. He's doing it just blind faith. He doesn't need to know. You don't need to know, is what he's telling you also. In a lot of decks, this Two of Swords is usually about indecision. It's about a decision needing to be made, but these swords are usually crossed. They're usually crossed like this. In this deck, it's not, because it's more clear this way. You can do it and not need to know. You don't always need to have that decision made. You don't always need to know what the next step is and what's going to happen from this. You just feel it. You don't need to see it. You just feel it. You see it with your inner eye. That's what this journey is about. Not getting stuck in your mind. Don't get stuck in your mind about things happening right now and in front of my face, and seeing the result of that, like the 3D result of it. It's like a spark. It's a slow process. It's a slow, methodical, focused, measured process where you chip away at the journey. You chip away at your healing. You mold yourself. You're being molded into this amazing, all I can hear is coin, like duh, there's a coin. But look at how beautifully they were handcrafted. Each one is different because it was handcrafted. This is spirit working on you. And this is you working on you so that you can shine, so that you, when you are a complete being, when you come into being whole, you've been handcrafted this amazing, valuable, something to add. I don't know if you hear the thunder out there or not. This is like an important message. Divine being that is in her knowing. She knows her worth. He knows his worth. It's for everyone in this collective. It's about standing in your knowing and your power, stepping into your power. You are being created right now. This whole new you is being created. And somewhere deep down inside, you know it. You know it inside of you. Why would I be going through all of this pain and transformation and crazy things happening in my life? Now it's pouring down rain out there. There is like a huge cleansing coming through to get you into this place. He wants you to allow it. He wants you to allow it because it's happening to him too. I'm sorry about the dark. Obviously, it was light when I first started this video, but this big storm is coming through right now, and I think it's pretty significant. This Divine Masculine is very passionate about you, about building you up. He is contributing to this creation also. He wished for you too. Remember? He created you too. The image of you. The idea of you. He was you. He is you. So he is contributing to this too. He is doing his work too. He's doing what he needs to do, no matter what that looks like to you. It's not up to you to decide what that's supposed to look like. Focus on you and what you know on this journey. What do you know on this journey? What do you know? What is your belief system? It's, when you break it down to me, it's pretty simple. I am a twin flame. I have a connection that transcends time and space. It's powerful, it's divinely guided, and the path to that 3D coming together involves me finding myself as my own divine being and helping others along their way. It's about tearing down and peeling away all the layers of all the old templates, 3D templates of who I used to be when I was unhappy all of that time. I have never felt more fulfilled than being on this mission and this journey and being in a place of finding my true self. My true self is the happiest, most fulfilling place I have ever glimpsed. I feel really strong in my authentic power right now, and I know that I've only touched this much of it. There's only 3 coins, there's not 10 just yet. And it feels really amazing to know that there is even more out there for me. All I have to do is just go after it and come into a place of my own knowing. That's all about me, not about the connection and being in a love relationship in the 3D. That just comes along as a bonus. The connection of that, the draw of those two energies together, and the draw of those messages in order to place you onto the path of finding yourself, that's how they drew you in. If you focus only on that part of it and needing to understand just the connection between the two of you guys, you're missing all the other aspects of it. And there are people like me out there that want to help open your eyes to it, as my eyes are open to it more and more and more also. I'm on this journey with you, you know? I've had to go through so much stuff to get to this point, to receive messages like this that oh man, just it fills me with such inspiration and such passion and such need to get the message out to everybody else and get them on board. Come on board, guys. Like, get on this starship in the sky with me. I want to help. He wants to help. All right, one more message from this Divine Masculine. He is super powerful too. I really love the energy that's coming from him. He's filled with source energy and spirit right now. The message coming through him is from source as well. It's like he is the channel for this information. This Divine Masculine is strong and is being built up as we speak. So, you know, if he's only just woken up, I've always said that I believe, or maybe I've gotten the message, that the Divine Masculine Collective, when they wake up and when they realize it, when they step into their power, their journey happens and unfolds way quicker than ours does. If I've been on this journey for 2 years now, if you've been on the journey for 10 years now, and the Divine Masculine is just like not awake to it at all, not awake to the journey or the connection or, you know, all of this, and then all of a sudden he wakes up, it's this time that we're talking about again. Maybe you're 2 years. He completes all of those things that you did in those 2 years in a month, and he's ascended. And that's what his timeline is. You know, I'm not saying specifically 1 month, and don't stick to that, obviously. It's just an example. But there is no time. So if you're impatiently waiting for the progress, seeing the progress in the 3D of this awakening, you're slowing it down. Just sit back. It's going to happen as quickly as it happens. And I believe that it happens way quicker for the divine masculine. Maybe other people believe something different, but I also believe it's because the divine feminine has done so much work up to that point. When she gets herself into the state of flow and alignment, he wakes up, and that energy has been put out there. It's like breadcrumbs on the path. It's like the path has been lit up. This path of flow has been lit up for him to follow, and maybe he doesn't realize all the work that went into it to make it easier for him, but it just like guides the way. It shows him the way. And all he has to do is follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road. He's been doing the work in the meantime. He's been doing the healing work without being awake to it. He's had situations come to him that he has had to analyze without realizing it. He's had relationships come into his life that he hasn't realized is part of this healing journey. He has had issues come up with his mother that finally came to light. He's been thinking about him all of his life, and then all of a sudden he has this big conversation with his mother and clears something huge up with his mother, or something like that. And that mother issue gets cleared without him realizing and attributing it to this journey. We sit in that and know that that's what it is, and we apply it to the journey, and we're like, why isn't he doing the same thing? We don't see the evidence in the 3D, blah, 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 blah. Focusing on that part of how it unfolds for him confuses things. It is unfolding for him. It just looks way different. It looks way different. All right, one last message, please. That one wants to come out. Those want to come back out, they'll come back out. Thank you. Can I get one more, please? Thank you. Or 3 more, whatever. 5 more. Let me see how they want me to do this. Wow, 2 aces, the world, justice, holy moly. All right, this is how I think it's supposed to be. This is a specific message from him. He is sorry for the way things have unfolded in the 3D. He is sorry for that. He's sorry for making you feel the way that you felt, for making you feel lonely, for any loneliness that you feel in the 3D that he caused. He is so sorry about that. But it's like he didn't have control of it. He didn't have control of it. It was some sort of balancing happening. He was trying to balance out what he felt inside, the guidance that he was feeling inside with the 3D. It was like he was feeling the pull to, he just didn't know why he needed to do the things that he did. He just needed to do them in order to feel, I don't know, a balance of it. But he's also offering you this information. He's offering you this cup of love. He's giving you the message now that a cosmic balancing is happening. Things are coming into balance for him. He can feel things coming into balance in the universe also. He can feel that balance. And look at this. Ace of Swords, Ace of Coins, 11. Ace of Swords. He knows the truth. He feels the truth. He is being guided to the truth and his new path, this huge, successful completion, this path. This here is what this coin looks like. He is helping to craft this coin, and this is what it looks like. This is what he's being led to. This is a whole new path, a whole new way of being in the 3D. It's very grounded, it's sure, and it's being guided by spirit. This whole thing is being guided by spirit, and he is contributing to this big time. He's got so much focus on it right now because he's learning the truth of himself. He's feeling the truth of himself and feeling super empowered. And it makes him feel successful. It makes him feel like he is enough. What his authentic self is beautiful, and it deserves to be displayed like this. He's reveling in it. The feeling of this journey, this quest, it's all coming full circle. And he's coming to a point where he's embracing it and he's stepping into it. And look at him standing on top of that hourglass now. He's like, is time up or is time just starting? Is it time to flip it over or do we not even need this thing? It doesn't matter. It's just time to sit there and allow the universe to deliver your abundance and your truth and your power and the messages of love and cosmic balancing. Man, whew, that was pretty fucking amazing. And really stood out to me that there's not really much music on right now. I usually am, there's a lot of music messages that guide the entire thing, but he was like, no, it's got to be silent. I hear my clock ticking back there in the back, and it's just this time void right now. There's nothing driving it. There's no beginning to the song or end to the song. It's just, let's talk about what's here in the middle, in the silence, in this void right now. Let's talk about that. So there's so much love and intensity and passion and purpose and drive in this reading. It's all about you. It's all about him. It's all about the connection. It's all about the journey and deciding to, go off on this quest. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Guys, let's go. Come on, come with me. All right. That's it. If you guys need some help with this, if you want to get a private reading from me, all the information is in the box below. Thank you so much for all the amazing comments and the amazing emails, and I look at them all. I try to respond to as many as I possibly can. If I haven't responded to yours, please know that I'm reading all of them, and you guys fill me up with so much hope and so much validation and so much reassurance that this is important to you and that it means something to you. And it just really, it fills me up from the inside out, just with gratitude and fulfillment within this journey. So I am here for you, and thank you so much for being there for me too. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.